They are exactly the same size. A dozen years separate champion and champion. Ortiz, Couture, the official introductions with the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this UFC championship bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission with Dr. Luther Mack, Chairman, and Commissioners Dr. Tony Alamo, Skip Avancino, John Bailey, Dr. Flip Pomansky, and Mark Ratner, Executive Director. Our doctor at Octagon side is Dr. William Berliner. Our three judges for this bout are Nelson Hamilton, Jeff Mullen, and Marcos Rosales. This event is sponsored by the Gordon Biersch Brewing Company. Beer like it ought to be. And now, live from the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, it's time to begin the main event of the evening. This fight is 5 rounds for the undisputed title of UFC Light Heavyweight Champion of the World. Introducing first, the champion, standing to my left. He is the only 2-time heavyweight champion in UFC history and the only man to ever move down and win a championship title in another weight class. He is an expert in wrestling and holds a mixed martial arts record of 8 wins and 4 losses. Standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds, fighting out of Gresham, Oregon. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former 2-time UFC heavyweight champion and the current interim UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Randy the Natural Couture. And now, introducing the champion, standing to my right. He is the most dominant light heavyweight champion in UFC history. And tonight, he goes for his 6th title defense. He is a submission fighting expert with a mixed martial arts record of 11 wins and 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 204 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 5-time defending UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, the Huntington Beach Bad Boy, Tito Ortiz.
I have never seen Tito this angry. He looks so amped up.
Look at Fernando Vargas and Bobby Jackson.
Tito looks fired up for this fight.
So does Bobby Jackson. That man is Randy Couture. He was smiling the whole time.
He's so calm.
Oh my goodness, is this ever going to be good? Undisputed. Big John McCarthy, who else? Our referee.
Right, you're undisputed light heavyweight champion. Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Let's get it on, baby. We've been waiting all night. We've been waiting for months. And the time is now.
Tito got that double underhooks, but Randy shook it off.
Tito trying to steal a page of Randy's book with a little Greco. And the clinch here quickly.
There you go,
Remember
baby.
how Randy was able to take Chuck Liddell down frequently. The strategy in the 2 camps has had to have been unbelievable.
Tito's really trying hard for the takedown here.
Absolutely.
Randy's defending, but it looks like Tito's got a leg.
There's no question ground and pound is the technique that Randy Couture does not like to have used against him.
They both want to get the other one on their back.
You're
but
absolutely right.
The real question is who operates better from the back. Randy has lost a couple times being on his back. Both those times to much larger opponents. Josh Barnett and Rico took control of their fight when they got Randy on his back. Tito's never been put on his back, but Tito does operate very well from his back. I've seen Tito do jiu-jitsu. Tito has an excellent guard. He's an excellent jiu-jitsu guy. He just doesn't like to use it. He's told me before, when goes, I want to pound those guys out. I can submit them. I don't want to.
Look at the takedown defense by Randy Couture and a knee to the midsection of Tito Ortiz. And there's an answer by Tito. Randy with the clinch pushed up against Tito. Look, he tried to kick the right foot out, go for that big takedown that worked against Chuck Liddell. Tito, as you said, has never been taken down in his UFC career.
He's also never fought a guy that's as good a wrestler as Randy Couture. He fought Vladimir Matyushenko, but Vladimir had a really hard time making the 205-pound weight limit, and I think that sucked him dry. Tito dominated that fight, however. Randy's got double underhooks.
Wow, are both of these guys exhausting some energy here quickly.
If Randy can lock his hands together, he might be able to take Tito down. He's got him locked together now. This is a dominant position for Randy. This is a better position.
Well, first it was Tito attempting to control and get the first takedown, and now, as you said, Randy looks closer to having that opportunity.
Randy's so calm, and he's such just a consummate professional.
Good knees in the clinch by both of these competitors. Tito with the left into the midsection. And he gets the takedown.
He's got his back.
Randy Couture taking him down.
He's got the choke in.
Can he finish?
He's got to get his second hook in. He's got to get his right leg over and hook in. Or Tito's going to go off the guard. Randy's still got his back. He's got to get his right leg hook in. Now Tito rolled it out.
Nice work by Tito Ortiz.
Very nice.
He was taken down.
But you know what? Now Tito's got Randy down. Randy's getting up, though.
Everything is advertised here in the first 3 minutes. This is going to be a deep and long war.
Absolutely, Randy's up. This is very evenly matched. That's why I was saying all these guys that are saying that Tito's going to run through him. You're crazy. This is going to be a war.
The chance of Tito here at the Mandalay Bay.
They love Tito here.
Randy ducks underneath. Now will they strike? Tito has really claimed that his boxing has gone through the roof.
Oh, it clearly has. You can see just him warming up. When he was shadow boxing, his combinations were lightning fast. And his leg kicks. Working out with noted Muay Thai trainer Colin Oyama. I'm sure even though he hasn't fought in a while, he's been training like an animal. He takes his title of UFC champion very, very seriously. Even though the guy hasn't been fighting for a while, he's down.
Big takedown. There's the big takedown we saw Couture utilize against Liddell.
Randy's got him in side control. Knees to the body. Like I said before, Tito does have an excellent guard. He just never had an opportunity to use it. Let's see if it comes up here.
He may get more than one opportunity than that.
I know he's been training off his back a lot. He's had his training partners put him on his back, and he starts from there. He's prepared himself to be in this position. But have his training partners been as tough as Randy Couture? Now he's rolling. Oh, he's going to go for a sweep here.
Tito with good defense. Half guard now. What an action-packed first round for the light heavyweight championship.
Tito's rolling over. He's going to try to get to his knees.
Taken down not once but twice. And round number 1 was Tito Ortiz.
I got to give that round to Randy. This is a war, ladies and gentlemen, no doubt.
Let's go for the first round. You can't get him up good, but you better land him.
All right, here, Randy almost had the choke. He needed to get his right leg in as a hook. He had his arm across Tito's neck. He just could not secure that right leg over. It's open right there. He just needed to lift his right leg up and put it over Tito's right leg. And here's a takedown. He's got double underhooks. Boom! Just like he did with Chuck. That's the first time Tito's ever felt that in the octagon.
Team Quest.
40 years young, Randy Couture, Captain America.
Shaking it out. Now, Tito said he thought that Randy was tired in that second round against Chuck Liddell. The Eco Freak. Look at him. And the Cardio King.
Let's get on. Come on.
Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Randy has never been defeated by a striker. He's outstruck the best strikers. High kick.
Nice.
Defended nicely. Couture again wants to take
Double
down.
underhooks by him again. Tito tries to reverse it. Wow, Randy's out muscling Tito here.
You think that...
Oh, he's got it again. Randy is out muscling Tito Ortiz in the clinch. Tito appears to be tired.
Close guard and Couture trying to work Tito Ortiz up against the fence.
Nice elbows inside by Randy.
Fell for Smith, Randleman, Hizzo twice.
This is a
down.
dose of Tito's own medicine.
They've all been defeated by Couture. Many in this fashion, Joe.
This is a dose of Tito's medicine. This is usually the position where Tito finds himself, on top of a guy pounding him against the fence. He does not like this, I guarantee it. He's never faced adversity in the octagon except the one time when he fought Frank Shamrock. His only other loss, he got caught in a quick submission by Guy Metzger when he was a relative newcomer to the sport. He was basically a wrestler who was training with Tank Abbott, who was just a really tough guy.
That was 6 years ago. That was May of 1997. Man, he has changed since that point.
Absolutely. He's evolved tremendously. But has he had the level of competition that Randy's faced? Randy's faced Kevin Randleman. He's faced Pedro Hizzo twice. Josh Barnett. He's faced just the top of the food chain. Rico Rodriguez in the heavyweight division. And then coming down to 205, he looked unstoppable against Chuck Liddell. And look at him here. Tito Ortiz on his back getting pounded against the fence.
Ortiz has beaten Metzger and Bolander. Silva and Kondo, Tanner and Elvis, Matyushenko and Shamrock. And Randy Couture. The chants are starting to pump out from the Pacific Northwest. Couture. Gresham, Oregon. Randy trying to rain down on Tito. Working that left hand to take the breath away, the breathing pattern of Ortiz a bit.
Tito so far is not doing anything in his guard. He's just trying to keep his hands up and avoid being pounded. He's not trying to sweep. He's not trying to hold him down. He's not trying for submissions. He's actually doing pretty much the same thing that Ken Shamrock did against him.
Passes with one leg. He's in the half now.
If Randy can mount Tito, Tito's going to be in some serious trouble here. He's very tired.
Especially against the fence, Joe.
And he's taking those short, hard elbows to the face. Plus, is Tito used to this? He's not used to this. This hasn't happened to him. He's always been the front runner. He's always been the guy dominating the fight. He's never really had a tough moment in a fight. I mean, he got rocked once by Vanderlei Silva, and he came back to control him. But he's never been in a position like this before.
Don't forget UFC.tv, great UFC programming in October. Log on for the latest and the greatest, the networks and the times. UFC.tv, full results from tonight's UFC 44 Undisputed. Congratulations to Tim Sylvia defending his heavyweight belt. There will be no arguing, there will be no interim. There will be no, I didn't fight you, you didn't want to fight him. No questions left after the end of this one.
Randy's almost past his guard now. He's just got to avoid that left leg. He's got it. He's past the guard. Nope. Now he's back in the half guard. Tito's trying to stand up. He's got a hold of Randy's head.
Tito trying to work the solar plex area of the chiseled Randy Couture.
1 minute left.
30 years old. 12 years older than Tito Ortiz. And Couture showing the great will and determination in this ground game. Putting Tito in a position we have not seen him in for years, if at all.
Uh-oh, Tito's going for an armbar.
We know Tito does have submissions.
He's never used them in the UFC, but he definitely does possess them. We saw him submit Yuki Kondo, but he hasn't really used submission skills other than that.
The old net crank. Randy's
laying elbows.
10 minutes of action here. Final 5 seconds of round number 2, which has been all Randy the Natural Couture.
Nice elbows inside by Randy. A total dominating round for the Natural. And Tito says something to Randy when Randy stands up.
This fight seems very reminiscent of what Randy was able to do against Rico Rodriguez for the first couple of rounds. Then Rico started to take over.
Let's take a look at that takedown. Randy's got double underhooks, trips the leg, boom. Presses him up against the fence, which is what Tito likes to do to his opponent. Here he goes again. This is a second look.
He's going to want the takedown. He's going to want the takedown. Stay relaxed. If you're game plan, he's second pace. We still got 3 more rounds.
Crazy diet. I want to try and
big. Just stay relaxed and you control it the way you want to control it. Let's do it up.
Leafy green vegetables and fish. I want to get a list from Ryan Parsons. Tell me what to eat.
Ortiz. The celebrities in the house tonight love it. Randy Couture.
Rethinking his prediction.
Yeah, no question. Everybody seemed to predict that Tito would be the victor.
You ready? Let's get on!
Randy looks focused, and Tito is looking a little nervous right here.
Two of the best, if not the best, mixed martial artists in the world.
Oh, nice right hand by Tito.
Maybe Tito changed his strategy a bit.
Tito does have much improved stand-up. Maybe he thinks that's a better idea for him right now.
Looking for another takedown is Randy Couture, staying with his game plan. That's the one thing about Couture that he's so disciplined with. Staying with the game plan, being persistent in what he feels is going to be most effective. Can he get Tito down again? Yes, he can.
Unbelievable.
Persistence and dominance.
He's a pit bull.
This is a guy who looked up to Kenny Monday when he was aspired to wrestle and compete like Kenny did, the Olympic champion from 1988. On numerous occasions, Randy the Natural Couture just missed Olympic opportunities. He's represented himself so well as a champion in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
I mean, he's just got unbelievable will and desire that's so hard to overcome. I mean, his conditioning is just second to none. Look at this position. He's got Tito in a crucifix position where Tito literally can't use his arms. He locks one arm up with his legs, the other arm up with his other arm, and he's just going to try to pound him from here.
And Tito has been neutralized for the entire second round and here for 90 seconds of round number 3.
He can't defend these punches here. While he's got both of his arms locked up. Okay, Tito rolls over his back. He's in a crucifix. He can be submitted here.
Well, that's the big question. Other than the ground and pound, how does Randy finish? We've never seen him finish other than the ground and pound.
Tito's got a hold of Randy's leg now, trying to turn it around. But he's taking punches. He's got a hold of his ankle. If he can pull Randy's right ankle out, he'll have Randy on his back. Right there.
Nice call.
Randy stands up. Nice knee to the body by Tito.
It's very much like the Rico
Nice turnaround.
But we didn't see that type of turnaround in that fight.
This guy is just so frustrating. It's got to be so for you. You just think, all right, he's got to get tired eventually. And he doesn't. And he's 40.
Relentless. Randy the Natural Couture.
What an inspirational athlete.
Tito's got a lot of those Tito maniacs around the world. They're looking for him to make his move.
His will is just unsurpassed. His will is just completely dominant. He plays guys' hearts away. I mean, you saw it with Kevin Randleman. You saw it with Pedro Hizzo. You saw it with Chuck Liddell. He's just an unbelievably dominant competitor.
And the chants are starting to change. The crowd is starting to shift towards the Natural.
Absolutely. Tito is taking some punches here. Does not look good. He's defending a lot of them.
There's a good elbow.
Absolutely.
There's a good elbow. What can Tito do, Joe?
Well, he's got to lock him up in the guard and try to control him. He's got to control his head, go to full guard, control his body, and try to sweep him. What he's doing right now is not working. He's just basically holding on and hoping Randy makes a mistake. But Randy's maintaining the position, and he pounds him through the entire round. That's what he did through the entire second round. He's doing it through this round. Look, you see Tito's guard is just laying there. Reminiscent of how Ken Shamrock fought against him on the bottom. Tito's got to get up from here. He's got to grab a hold of Randy's body and lock his legs. He's got to do that. He's got to stop him from raining these punches down, or he's never going to turn the tide. He's taking some punches here.
Randy working the elbow. Tito trying to strike back from the guard. And Randy does not appear to be fatigued at all, trying to pass the guard. In the half now, the right leg is in.
As tired as Tito is, if Randy passes him, he's going to be in big trouble.
35 seconds left in round 3.
Oh, Randy's passed. He's just got to get Tito's left leg out, and he's completely passed. He's mounted! Oh, Tito swept him almost. Tito almost swept him.
Come on, let's go.
Time's going to run out on Randy if he does get them out.
He's got it. He's got side control.
Time's going to run out here in round 3.
You know what? He can do a lot of damage in 5 seconds.
Oh, we've seen that, haven't we?
There it is.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
That's a lot of moral damage, too. Believe me, Tito Ortiz is not happy right now.
What is going through the mind of Tito Ortiz?
Complete, total frustration, trying to figure out what to do. What's the game plan? He gets on his back in the guard, and he's just waiting.
No more clinching. Fire some shots on him.
Maybe it's a strategy. Maybe he's just trying to hold on and relax and store up his energy. I don't know, but he's got to do something different.
Fight you, man. This guy's not fighting. He's stalling you out.
Here's a reversal. Randy gets Tito on his back. And pulls him away from the fence. Something that Tito's used to doing to his opponents.
Fuck that shit.
Tito, use your boxing skills when you start.
Let him fly. When he comes in for the clinch, unload the big-ass knee.
Right hand of the body off the jab.
Randy said at the start that he wasn't going to hunt Tito down, that he was going to be conservative early. He was in the first round. He hunted him down to the takedowns in the second and third round.
Randy, at 40 years old, looks to be the fresher fighter entering into the 4th round. Unbelievable.
Now the corner set for Tito to throw some bombs early.
Oh, big right hand by Randy.
Takedown immediately. And they're on their feet here at the Mandalay Bay Event Center. That took no time at all. Tito tried to come out, get the strike as his corner had suggested, and Couture with cat-like speed drove in, got the double leg, and drives into the mat again. 4th round here.
Randy looks to be a stronger fighter. Unbelievable.
Randy
Tito's going for a sweep. Now Tito looks very frustrated.
You are absolutely right when you said earlier that he's taken a page or 2 or 3 out of Tito's book. Is this what Tito does to opponents? Oftentimes, the opponents don't last as long as Tito's will has lasted there.
The big question going into this fight is who fights better up and back. I thought it was going to be Tito, but Randy just completely imposed his will on Tito here. And the crowd is chanting Randy now. The crowd that was booing Randy is now chanting for him.
Tito did go the distance against Vladimir Matyushenko, winning by unanimous decision. That was the other big wrestler that you had talked about. Neither have ever been doubted for their stamina and their cardio, especially entering this very well-publicized and anticipated matchup.
Tito did dominate Vladimir Matyushenko, but 1, Matyushenko had a hard time making 205 pounds, and 2, it was his first fight in the UFC. The first fight in the big show. You lose a lot of energy just from the adrenaline dump. You know, your adrenaline gets to you, you're like, oh my God, am I really in the UFC? They close the cage, you see the cameras, you're like, whoa, I hope I don't get my ass kicked. And that takes a lot out of people.
Tonight, the heavyweights and the light heavyweights, Matt Hughes in the welterweight division. UFC 45 tickets go on sale tomorrow, November at the Mohegan Sun. Don't forget.
Vicious knee to the body. Randy's got to hold Tito's back again. He can get those hooks in. He's got one. He's rolling him over. He's got to get that second hook. He's got to get his right leg across Tito's right thigh. Otherwise, Tito's going to roll him over and he's going to be in his guard. Mount! Randy's got the mount!
Here we go! Randy Couture, unbelievable! John McCarthy watching. Couture teeing off on Tito Ortiz. The elbows, the mount.
This is a page out of defense to roll Randy over. And he's got him.
Now remember, with all those punches, Randy did blow a lot of oxygen there.
But you know what? Tito blew a lot of oxygen defending them, and plus the frustration of being on his back with Randy mounting him and pounding him.
And he is still doing so.
Randy has faced more adversity in the octagon than Tito.
No question at all.
I mean, has Tito mentally prepared himself to be in this position of being dominated and coming back and winning? That's a big question right here. We know he's a champion. We know he's a warrior. But has he mentally put himself in this position where this is going to happen? Big elbows.
This is absolute control and domination by Randy Couture.
This is very similar to Randy's fight with Chuck.
That one ended 2 minutes, 39 seconds into the third. Tito is going to be so far behind on points as we enter the 5th round. He's pretty much going to have this fight stop to come back and win.
Absolutely. He's lost every round, in my opinion.
And Couture just wants to maintain, push and maintain. Every time we thought Tito might get a bit of reversal, it has not happened. One-sided, lopsided. Randy Couture will enter the 5th and final round with a huge lead on the judges' scorecard.
Unbelievably dominating performance by Randy Couture. Tito walks back to his corner, shaking his head in disgust and frustration. Let's take a look at Randy Couture. Mounting Tito, just raining down bombs. Tito trying to punch from the bottom. Big elbow. Here's a big right hand from Randy Couture.
Bam.
Right in the face. And then elbow. He blocks the punch. Comes over where the arm is not there, and he slams him down with an elbow.
This is it, man. It's your last chance. All right. Choke him out, wrap your legs behind his back, and let's hope for everything. Do it.
Go for it, Tito.
That's right. Big space. Do it up.
Colin Oyama, his coach, telling him to choke Randy out. These last 5 minutes.
This is why they're called Warriors. 20 minutes, Joe. They've gone 20 minutes, and now these last 5 minutes.
This is going to decide it.
Unless there is a miraculous turnaround, it's already decided. He desperately needs to avoid this takedown early again. Big right hand. And Randy will go toe-to-toe for a second, but you know he's looking to shoot. You know he's looking for his chance to clinch or to take down. Look at Tito just lifting those legs up a little bit, trying to avoid the takedown.
Tito's looking very frustrated.
Extremely frustrated. And you pointed out, shook his head in disgust. Is he not able to display any of his game here tonight? Because Couture has pressed and pressed and pressed again.
I mean, this guy's just incredible. Who would have thought at age 40 years old? I mean, Tito said, no 40-year-old guy is going to beat me. He said that before the fight.
Faster, stronger, down to 205. Has changed his lifestyle from extreme and ultra dynamic cardio man to the eco freak. That's what he's changed his lifestyle to.
Like I said before, I talked to his coach, his chiropractor and nutrition coach, Ryan Parsons, who explained to me the diet that he's got Randy on. He's down again.
And if he can hold on here for another 3 minutes, Randy Couture will undoubtedly be the undisputed light heavyweight champion.
Randy's not trying to hold on. He's trying to keep pounding him. He wants to decide this one on his own. Tito has 3 minutes to do something.
Tito felt that Randy had gassed a little bit against Chuck. I don't know. I don't see any bit of fatigue from Randy Couture here tonight, nor Tito Ortiz for that matter.
Tito's just frustrated. He's a cardio machine as well, but you know what? That doesn't do any good when you're on your back getting pounded. I mean, he hasn't gassed, he hasn't worn himself out, but he has been beaten down.
Two and a half minutes remains here in the fifth and final round.
Short elbows by Randy. Randy just continually pounding away. Looking to pass Tito's guard now. Tito's trying to stand up. Randy's gonna hold his back though. Suplex.
Good night.
Oh man. Randy can get his back here again. He's got to get his hooks in. He's got a hold of him. He's inside control. Now, you let Tito get him in half guard. He doesn't mind this. He's very content to just pound him away and elbow him in this position.
And 20 seconds remains.
Unless Tito can pull out a miracle victory by submission or knockout, somehow Randy Couture has defied the odds and at age 40 years old has completely dominated another young opponent.
So he'll become the first four-time champion and the first with two titles in two different classes.
Incredible.
Couture said she'll feel better in 25 minutes. She was right about the 25 minutes. She was also right about feeling better.
Tito's rolling for a knee bar. Tito rolled for a knee bar. But Tito's got the energy. No, Randy's stepping out of it. He's got 37 seconds to pull this off. Randy's patting Tito in the ass.
There's a shot.
In the ass.
That was not a tap. That was not a tap. That's a pat. That's a statement. He's spanking. Oh my goodness. There's nothing Tito can do.
That is just humiliating right there.
That is a huge statement.
Tito's got a hold of Randy's ankle, but he's not doing anything to it.
Yeah, with 8 seconds left, he's going to have to take it off. It's all over. Randy the Natural Couture. Captain America.
Unbelievable.
It's the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world.
That guy is my hero. Unbelievable. Tito just yelled in frustration and threw his mouthpiece on the ground. Unbelievable. 40 years young. Captain America, ladies and gentlemen. That's the baddest dude on the planet. Wow. What an impressive and inspirational athlete.
Mouthpiece.
He did not fight Chuck. And during that time, Randy said, I'll come down. I'll fight Chuck. He defeated Chuck. And now Tito and Randy. Class and admiration towards each other.
You know what? Tito Ortiz is 28 years old. 12 years younger than Randy. I'm sure he's going to learn from this. I'm sure he's going to be back. But this has got to hurt.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Now you got to work harder next time. Right, come here. Get your fucking hair.
That's the one.
He has not lost in years. The 5-time defending champion. Last lost at UFC 22 to Frank Shamrock in the middleweight title fight. This man lost twice in the heavyweight division, and now he is rocking. Let's get the official word from Bruce Buffer in a very crowded octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big hand for these UFC warriors. After 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Nelson Hamilton scores the bout 50-44. Judge Jeff Mullen scores the bout 50-44. And Judge Marcos Rosales scores the bout 50-45. for the winner, and now the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Randy the Natural Couture.
Incredible performance by Randy Couture.